Today is Thursday, Parashat Beshalach. We spoke earlier this week about the manna that fell from the sky, and that was the food that the Jewish people ate in the desert for 40 years. But the Pasuk says, Vayomer Hashem and Moshe, and Hashem told Moshe, Hineni mamtir lachem lehem min hashamayim. Behold, I'm going to rain down for you bread from heaven. And the people shall go out and collect a day's portion for each day. Leman anasen, so that I can test them. Hayelech betorati imlo. If they will follow, whether they'll follow my instructions, my Torah, my instructions or not. This pasuk begs for a question. What does have to do one with the other? If the idea is that Hashem is going to give them bread from heaven, how could that be a test for them? They're being provided for daily. So why would Hashem say in the parasha here, in this pasuk, Le'ma'an anasenu, so that I can put them to test if they'll follow my instructions or not? Rashi explains, Im yishmeru mitzvot ateluyot bo, if they'll observe the mitzvot that are dependent on it, shelo yotiru mimenu, that they should not collect extra and leave it for the next day, velo yetz'u b'Shabbat lilkot, and so that they don't go out on Shabbat to gather the manna, because on Shabbat no manna fell down from the heaven. On Friday they got double portions. And also, so that they don't collect extra and have some left for the next day, because if they left it for the next day, it would rot. And these two aspects of the manna have to do with the faith of the person. When Hashem provided food for them daily, they had to have faith that every day there will be manna that will come down from the heaven. And therefore, no need to collect more extra to keep for the next day. Because if you collected extra anyways, it would rot. But also it took a certain amount of faith, of trust in Hashem, that the same way that He provided today, He'll provide also tomorrow. And on Shabbat, there was no manna that fell, and you had to have faith that you're going to have enough of what you collected on Friday to last you for Shabbat also. And if you went out to collect on Shabbat, there was none of it outside. But these ideas continue to actually be very applicable in every day and age, and surely also in our time. Of course, you could tell me, well, we don't have manna that falls from the heaven, but the sustenance comes from Hashem. And we have to have the faith and the trust in Hashem that the same way that He provides today, He'll provide also tomorrow and the next day and the next day. You do due diligence to do work, to earn a living, but you realize also at the same time that Hashem is the ultimate provider, and the same way that He provides today, He'll also provide tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And also, Shabbat, don't open your store for business on Shabbat. Don't try to work on Shabbat, because whatever is earned on Shabbat has no barakah in it. There is no blessing in it. It's something that will just be like you fill up a bottle of water, and when it's full, you keep pouring water into it. It's going to just overflow and go out. So the money earned on Shabbat has no blessing associated with it. On the opposite, when you give honor to Shabbat, when you respect Shabbat in every way possible, that Shabbat respect that you give is something that will shine a light onto the rest of the week. Just like we say in Lecha Dodi, we say, Ki hi mekor beracha, because Shabbat is the source of blessings. The more honor you give to Shabbat, the more you'll deserve the rest of the week to have your activity to be blessed. And therefore, the same way that the manna did not fall on Shabbat, also on our day and age and every time, don't look for business success or parnasa on Shabbat, even if you see it in a certain way that there is activity business and earning living on Shabbat, it's just a not quality, maybe quantity that will just not be there when you need it. And any money earned on Shabbat has no beracha with it, as if it didn't happen. And so these two mitzvot associated with Manna, not going out on Shabbat and not collecting extra to keep for the next day, which both have to do with emunah, with faith in Hashem, is ways to test the person as the manna fell from heaven. That's why the pasuk says, "Leman anasenu," so I put him to test. If you'll follow my instructions, if you'll have the faith to observe these two mitzvot that are connected with the manna. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.